This week, on days of our Pirates, after being swept in a 2-game series against the Tigers and then in a regular 4-game series against the Braves, the Pirates need to start playing great baseball in order to make it so that this 6-game losing streak at this point is not something that is going to continue and greatly affect their record in the long run. And they need some sort of confidence going into it. And that what better time to do that against a divisional rival in the St. Louis Cardinals, a team that they've only beat once this year. But regardless, Mitch Keller's at the mound today. He had a stellar performance in a losing effort against the Tigers as they lost 3-1. And just like many offensive performances, the only run scored that game was by a solo home run by Jack Sawinski, which happened twice over this 6-game losing streak. And may I say that really, truly, it's something that is a hindrance to this team in terms of what our pitching has been doing, and that's Diego Castillo with the solo home run. What a nice way to start this series for the Pirates, as you get a solo home run by Diego Castillo to put them up 1-0. But like I was saying, the Pirates pitching overall, not in every single game, but I'd say at 5 of these games out of their 6-game losing streak, the pitching core has done a stellar job, and they have done more than enough to win, but this offense can't seem to hit the baseball, one of the most important things in the game. And we can't score runs. We leave runners stranded on base, and it's getting really bad. As this one gets past the glove of Chavez, and O'Neill, thinking about going to second, he slips, is going to go back to first. So the Cardinals, and looks like he's going to try to steal, and he's not going to have that chance because he already hit the ball, and that is going to be called out. And Yu Chain's able to get there. Excuse me for earlier. He's the one playing first base, not Chavez. And this one's hit. It's going to go right to Castillo and into Chavez next. Pardon me. I guess Chavez is playing first base. But as I'm saying, that is an out. And at the mound today, Mitch Keller looking to have another performance just like he did against the Tigers, as he's able to have nice play right there and get him out to end his inning as we go to the top of the 5th now. And this one's hit hard by Yu Chain. It's going to be a single. The man who I genuinely have no idea who we traded for, because he's just a placeholder for players who honestly deserve the playing time more than him, which is really, that's something I don't get to. Because this team, as this one's going to be hit by Reynolds, but this team right now, they're doing some good organizational decisions. They're making some good decisions, especially paying Ke'Bryan Hayes and Brian Reynolds. But overall, it's like, what the heck is happening? You know what I mean? Because players like Yu Chain, Hoy Park, why are they being called up? As this one's hit by Ke'Bryan Hayes, and that is going to drive in Yu Chain for a run and make it a 2-0 game. You see again here Hayes with the great hit. But like I was saying, it's like we're optimizing our talent, but at the same time we're holding ourselves back, and I feel like it's somewhat intentional too, as this one is crushed by Michael Chavez. There's no doubt about it. This one is gone, and a 3-run homer for Michael Chavez makes it so the Pirates are in great position to end this losing streak on the road in Busch Stadium as they go up 5-0 against their rivals in the St. Louis Cardinals. Chavez hit a grand slam in their only victory against the Cardinals earlier this season and it was their first win this season, and this might be a sign of what is to come, hopefully, as this one is crushed by Paul Goldschmidt. And I'll say now, in this series, he so far has had 6 hits in just this series, Paul Goldschmidt. That is more hits than Michael Perez has had the entire year. That's what I mean. And you're going to see later that Jason DeLay was called up. And that's cool and all. You know, maybe we can have a Francisco Cervelli and Henry Davis type combination. Because obviously that's Henry Davis's job. Just not right now. It will be maybe next year or definitely the year after that. As this one is hit to the far right corner. And that's definitely going to drive in some runs there for the Cardinals. As you see here again, just probably one of the best things that could happen for the Cardinals right there in that position. Especially, well, except for a home run, obviously. As this one, the Cardinals are up 5-2, and this one's going to drop. Chavez isn't able to get there, and that is going to be a great play for the Cardinals. Here's Carlson. Anthony Bond is pitching right now, and you can definitely tell that as this one is out of here. It ties the game up 5-5, and just like that, the Pirates have blown a 5-1 lead, a 5-0 lead in the blink of an eye. Because what do you know? Whenever our offense finally starts producing, our pitching core that has played so well, even during this losing streak, has decided to crumble because nothing can ever go right for this team on the field. Except for when we play teams like the LA Dodgers, which makes absolutely no sense, but regardless, it is what it is. You see this team's potential and that they have in the future is tremendous, but you see what this team can do this year, and they go out and do this, as this one is hammered off of Stratton's pitch, and that is going to be a home run. And the Cardinals have taken the lead, their first lead of this series. Paul Goldschmidt absolutely owning the Pittsburgh Pirates as usual. He's done that ever since the Diamondbacks gave him up and he went to the Cardinals. And as you can see, there's no doubt about it. And the Cardinals fans that were very quiet all of a sudden have something to cheer about. As we go to the bottom of the eighth, Hayes is going to get it to Chain, and that's going to be an error. Chain can't make a basic baseball play, and that is going to result in a score for the Arizona Cardinals. Excuse me, the St. Louis Cardinals. Jeez, I mean, really, the Pirates were probably preparing to play a football team instead of a baseball team. Who knows? But regardless, you'll see right here, not Goldschmidt, but Hayes, very routine play, and Shane cannot make the catch. The man that we traded for and gave up valuable money to have for absolutely no reason. As Hesley is at the mound for the Cardinals trying to end this game, Michael Perez hits one up, and that is going to end the game. The Pirates, in prime opportunity to end their losing streak, do not do so, and the Pirates ended up losing their next game. It was a doubleheader, but Kenan Smith-Njigba, the brother of college football star at Ohio State Jackson Smith-Njigba, was called up, and this was his first plate appearance. He was a pinch hitter in the ninth. He ended up getting a double, and the Pirates would lose this game 3-1. That one run coming off of the bat of Chain on a solo home run. He actually did something. I know, it's incredible. As we go into what we're showing you on your screen now is Game 2 of the doubleheader that was yesterday. And Tucupita Marcano was the leadoff hitter, and he is out. As here's Brian Reynolds. But just like I said, 3-1 final score. That's a winning performance by the Pittsburgh Pirates pitching. And I know you don't always win games like that, but the Pirates pitching overall has had an opportunity to win this team games. They've done their job, and the offensive production hasn't been there. And then last game, when the offensive production was and they had all the momentum in the world, the pitching collapsed. Because nothing really ever goes right for this team on the field in the long run. Even if we might have short spurts, but in reality, we are the Pittsburgh Pirates. And I'm very hopeful for our future, and I'm still very excited to watch this team now. But I feel like we're holding ourselves back, and when we finally are a good team, I don't want for our organization to end up preventing us from winning the championship. I don't want to be that reason being within. As this one is off of Wilson, and that one is gone. You could call it luck, you could call it good hitting, or you could call it you're playing the Pittsburgh Pirates, as that one is going to result in a home run for Edman to give the Cardinals the lead early in the second game of the doubleheader. And that one, it's a fair ball, and Donovan is only going to get a single out of that, but nevertheless, on base. And the Wilson's no-hitter, like the bid of him getting a no-hitter was ended on the very first pitch of the game. But it's not like the Cardinals are going to be close to getting a no-hitter or anything like that, right? The offense has been bad, but not that bad, right? And the Cardinals have been good, but not that good, right? As here's Paul Goldschmidt. He owns the Pirates, and it's gone. Reynolds isn't able to get it. Paul Goldschmidt once again took a paternity test, and it turns out that he is 100% the father of the Pittsburgh Pirates. All Wilson can do is sit there and watch. They thought maybe Reynolds had a chance, but it turns out he didn't, because why would he? As we go to the bottom of the second inning, this one's hit, and it's going to go right to right field, and it's going to result in a single and drive in a run. So that is exactly what the Pirates did not need, but it's what they get because it's the type of baseball team that they are. As they're up 4-0 now. In just the bottom of the second inning, the Cardinals are up 4-0. And like I said, I'm still excited to watch this team. I'm excited for the direction that we're going in. I never thought that losing streaks would be gone. But I know we're better than this. I get there's 162 games in a season, but we're better than this. Goldschmidt is back. He's up, and he's back, and you better believe that because he's playing the Pittsburgh Pirates, Paul Goldschmidt once again is torturing this team. His second home run of the afternoon, and that is going to also drive in a run. So a 2-run homer for Goldschmidt gives the Cardinals a 7-0 lead. 7, right? Our offensive production hasn't been great, and our pitching has overall. And I know it's unfair the amount of stuff that we've asked our pitchers to do, yet still lose. But now we do this, right? Now we have to do more offensive production that we've had in multiple games combined, like 3 or 4 games combined, if we want to sit here and try to win this game. I mean, really, all we need is momentum. All we need is momentum. Do we really want to be the loser of 9 straight? We're tired of it. This organization is tired of it. Like I said, I'm excited for the direction that we're going in. I truly, truly am. I'm excited for the future. I'm still excited to watch this team right now because of all of the young talent. But right now, and that's an error, so Reynolds is going to get on base. But like I was saying, right now, they're going through a slump, and I get it. They're young. Overall, I'm not mad at it for happening, but it's happened this long, and it makes you realize that it's a trend with the organization. It doesn't matter what players they have, right? The lack of talent for these past few years, not so much this year, but the lack of talent for the past 3 or 4 years, of course, is the main reason why the Pirates have sucked, right? But even with the talent that we used to have, we were still so inconsistent in those years where we could have made the postseason, but didn't. It's systemic. It happens with the Pittsburgh Pirates, and I'm scared that when these young players continue to develop, continue to get better, that this organization is going to find a way to corrupt the team from within. And like I said, I'm happy that they're paying the players, but I think we're going to be a team that can at least contend for a championship in 3 or 4 years when we keep calling these players up, and as long as we make decent organizational decisions in terms of actually paying the players, which we seem to be doing. You see Brian Reynolds and Ke'Bryan Hayes as examples of that. But I don't want this team that has so much potential to be crumbled from within because of Bob Nutting and Ben Cherington. Ben Cherington has made some good decisions, but O'Neal Cruz, not a good decision. Not at all. Why is he in the minor leagues? Mason Martin, why is he in the minor leagues? Travis Swaggerty got called up to sit there and not have any opportunity. I think he can get through it, but this is your 2018 first round pick. And you could have just ruined his confidence right there. You need to understand what you're doing. And if you could tell, the Pirates haven't had a single hit this game, as Castillo's up and he is struck out. So, Mike Moustakas, he's had a very impressive performance, don't get me wrong. The reason why he is in a no-hitting bid isn't just because the Pirates aren't that great. It's because of him too, right? As this one is crushed by Heineman, and that's going to be out. So he is 1 out away from getting a no-hitter. Cal Mitchell is the man who can you chains up right now. And he is going to go to the last inning with an opportunity to have no hits. No hits on this Pirates team and pitch a no-hitter. And he has that chance to do that right now. Moustakas still on the mound for the St. Louis Cardinals. Very impressive to him, I have to say. And Cardinals fans rooting for a no-hitter. The Pirates, the only thing they can celebrate is if we find a way to get a hit and ruin the no-hitter bid just for the memes and the laughs and the giggles, because that's all we're going to get out of this game and probably this series. I mean, it's not Moustakas, it's Nicholas, but the Cardinals fans, they're getting ready right now. They are ready to see if he can pitch a no-hitter. As we're going to the bottom of the 9th, it is officially starting. And he's warming up. He's getting ready. Michael Perez is up. And that is going to be, unless if something crazy happens, an out. And it is an out. Here comes the man, Tucupita Marcano. And he hits it. And that is going to be an out. 1 out away from a no-hitter. 1 out. Here's Cal Mitchell. He's up. And he's trying to save the day for the Pirates instead of getting a hit. And that one's crushed. And it's not going to be enough. That is a ground rule double. And Cal Mitchell just ends up ending the no-hitter. Cardinals fans, I'm sure they're upset. They wanted it for him, and I completely understand that. But the Pirates Find a way to get a hit. At this point, in this losing streak, this might be the highlight, preventing a no-hitter, and that really shows you where this team is right now in terms of how we're playing, not in terms of our organizational direction, because for once I can finally say that we are making good decisions sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. In terms of paying our players, we are making great decisions now, right? But I'm scared that when this team truly becomes good, which I think they will, they might crumble from within because of the organization's incompetence. It needs to leave now, and losing streaks like these, they're a part of what's wrong. Not like, because we don't have the best talent in the world, but we have young talent, and we do have some good talent there. Good young talent at that. You can add those two adjectives together. But whenever stuff like this has happened for 20 years without fail, whenever we go on a winning streak like we did and have all that momentum, it becomes a systemic issue, and I don't want for that issue to be around when we're contending for championships, which I really, truly, in my heart of hearts, I think that will happen within the next 3 to 4 years. I think the Pirates will be a team that makes the playoffs, and some will consider to be a championship contender, and if all is well, a few years later, hopefully win a championship. I'd love it for the city of Pittsburgh, for the Pirates fans, obviously for myself, but I really don't want for our organization's incompetence to ruin that, and that's what losing streaks like these do. They scare me that may happen. But just like the Pirates celebrating preventing a no-hitter, only 1 out away from having that happen to them, so are the days of our Pirates.